Okay, they're usually rivals, but the coronavirus crisis has brought the big supermarkets together. This is a good thing. Coles and Woolworths urging shoppers to to cease panic buying, obey social distancing guidelines and work together so they can bring essential supplies to Australians.
And joining us now is Managing Director of Woolworths, Claire Peters, and Chief Operating Officer of Coles, Matt Swindles. A very good morning to both of you.
Morning.
Morning.
So, Matt, can I start with you? I mean, how did the weekend go? Are we still seeing panic buying? Because, of course, we know that we did hear that there was a rush on bottle shops.
Yeah, so I think that the public broadly has heeded the advice of the Prime Minister, and I'm pleased to report that certainly the shopping through our supermarket business has returned somewhere towards normal, and that's allowed the teams, with all the hard work they're putting in, to get stock back into the system. But I would add there is still a long way to go, and anybody that has shopped over the weekend would see the gaps on shelves are still there, and so we've got to continue this process of normalised demand, pushing more stock than ever to put the supermarkets back together. We are yet to see a run on bottle shops, and it would be really, really sad to think that the learnings from our supermarket shoppers can't then translate into the bottle shops, and we all hold our nerve and just shop in normal patterns so we don't see the same thing happen within liquor.
Claire, I have a local Woolworths, and can I first of all applaud you and your staff at my local Woolworths for the way they're handling this crisis.
Thank you.
On the front lines, I think you're doing a terrific job. In terms of guaranteeing supplies, I know that the states are shutting down some of their borders, and I know that they're allowing supplies to be shuffled through some of those borders in order to get to your stores. Do you anticipate any logistical problems with that, with getting things from your storage facilities into the shops, and how long will that process take?
No, thank you, Karl. The good news is we've been working very closely with the government and all the state premiers, so we don't see any concern with being able to get supply or freight into any of the borders due to the support that we are getting, and clearly our supply chain, just as Matt's described, is essential to restocking of the shelves, so we're able to do that across all borders in Australia.
I mean, we've seen over the past few weeks in both Coles and Woolworths vision of people fighting for stock. You've now introduced social distancing rules. Claire, can I ask you how that will work?
Yes, of course. It was. We started that on Saturday, really from feedback from our own team, wanting to ensure that they remain safe, because being an essential, as supermarkets are, which will remain open through this health crisis, we wanted to ensure we were doing some of what the PM described, which would be included having that, easiest to describe it as a trolley's width in between you and the customer. You'll see some markings in the store which we encourage the customers to help each other with, just to keep that distance. And today, as you will have seen even in the store that I'm in, we've just started putting up some screens in order that our team and customers feel safe as they do and come and shop.
And Matt, just very quickly, would you consider at some stage introducing what Europe has and limiting supermarket visitors to 50 at a time?
I think we need to consider all options that keep the team safe and give the public confidence that they can continue to shop. The crisis is evolving, and we're working closely with the Department of Health. We will do what it takes.
Good on you two. Thank you so much. You're both in charge of very important services at the moment. Stress levels are incredibly high. And so thank you to all your staff for coping as best they can during this crisis. Thank you.
Thank you.